All right, here we go. So we're going to go ahead and create a website because you're a business and you need a website, or you have some sort of something going on and you need to build a website. So let's go ahead. We're going to dive in right now. We're here with Hostinger, and I recommend Hostinger. I have, I don't know, 20 plus websites built with that might be over exaggerating. I probably have, we'll say 10. We'll be conservative. But so there are two ways that you can do a website through Hostinger. So you can either, they have a partnership with WordPress. That's what this option is. Bring your website to Hostinger. That's where you connect WordPress to Hostinger and they're connected. So I've tried that before in the past. I actually built multiple websites with WordPress, but as online and things do, they change, they update, they become different, they become harder and or easier, and you just need to figure it out. But I tried. I went and I tried, and believe me, it is a pain in the butt, and I didn't want to spend the time. I'm just being truthful with you, right? So I go to the create a website and use the builder that Hostinger has created, and it actually works pretty nice. And like I said, I have about 10 plus websites, and it's pretty simple, and you can kind of change it and you do have to be creative if you're building multiple of them because you got to try to find ways for them to differentiate from each other. But it's a great tool. So we're going to go ahead and get started here. So let me see. Oh, okay. Okay. So this is what I was looking. So they changed this part. It's been maybe a month or so since the last website I built. So they've updated this. I actually so this is new. So the AI thing is new. That's one thing that I like about Hostinger is that they're always updating. So that's really cool. The website builder, that's what we're gonna do today. And then of course WordPress. WordPress is the hardest and it's gonna make sure that you gotta know what you're doing. Or you gotta have some serious patience for WordPress. It is probably the most diverse and most immersive way to build a website without knowing coding. So you got plugins and you have way more control over everything. And that's the way to go if you want to go with the most customizable. Then you have AI. I'm assuming that once you build this with the AI generator, then it's switched over to the builder, to the web builder that Hostinger has. So, but we're gonna go ahead here and go ahead and do that. So right now we're gonna do the AMU Vision. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and go there, and then we're gonna say next. And I have maybe 50 domains and haven't updated all of them in there. So right now we're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna start with a pre-made. So they do have it to where you can do it with AI, but I want to show you where I'm going to show you the route where if you're going to build it from scratch. So they do have pre-made templates that you can start with, and link in bio website. Oh, okay, that's like a LinkedIn. Okay. Again, we're diving in this together, right? So right here, we want to look at, so AMU. So this is probably, I could see this being like an extension of the Always Moving Up brand, where we kind of just uh, create based off of the vision that I have as the owner here. So I want it to be something that can really paint an image or a picture. So let's I'm thinking this one's popping out for me. But you can see they have quite a bit of templates here, right? So you can start from scratch. And this is pretty cool. So actually, I want something similar to this. Now, the only downside to starting with one of these websites is that they have a template. And I've done this before, but they have a template. Like, for example, if you go to the pages. Okay, so this one doesn't. But sometimes they have some of these that are built out, and I don't know why I'm over here pointing with my finger as well. But 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 yeah, sometimes they have these built out, and you have to go in and you have to update them. So you can go ahead and as you can see, this is customizable. Like you can, and one thing I really love, if you notice that as you move it around, you see now it has a guideline. And so that's the center of the page there. And if you do it up, then you can see the center of the page um, horizontally, right? And then you can dive it in and see. Let me see. I think that's it. Try not to. Where is it? Hold on. So that's bottom. That's top. Why is it not going in the center? So I wanted to like. I want to find the center, but typically they'll have it to where you can center it both ways, right? So you find that center there. And of course, you got these options. You can change this button. You could change the style of the button. You could go here, change the font color. We could change this um, font color. Yep, we could change it. I want to change it to like a blue so that it's similar to like the AMU brand. I like I wanted the highlight blue and then go to white. So we can go to where you hover it, right? And then I want the fill color to go to that same blue. And then I want it to invert so that the text color is now white and then vice versa. So the normal is going to be, let's see, fill color white. Yep. So it should just invert. Okay. So when you hover it, then when you're done with something, you just press go live, right? So I'm not gonna go live because I got a lot of stuff to do. But you can do anything from taking a whole block here. You could change the whole color of the block. I can make this my blue, right? And then it creates more color, et cetera, et cetera. You could go here, hotkey with delete, and you can delete certain things that you need to as you're going in, right? Or you can take and right click, hold on, you could go and then hover click and then delete a whole section, right? Then you could take that whole section out. You can go in, you can go ahead and change the image, and then you got, of course, the image gallery that they created, and then you can, of course, update with your upload with your images here. You can see some free stock images. Some of this is updated literally just from the last time that I worked on one of my websites, which that was less than a week ago. So they're putting in some updates, and I like to see when companies are doing that. So let's see, with the AI images, I wonder what you got to do in order to if you got to go in here and create that. So explore, play around. This is a lot easier here to deal with. And as you're doing it, you can press ask and you can talk to their little AI bot and ask certain things and kind of talk to them and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. And I've talked to it numerous times, asked questions. I have a problem that's going on, and usually it's actually pretty good at solving or addressing whatever issues I have or letting me know whatever I have envisioned isn't capable with the builders that they have. So, of course, you want to dive in here and see the certain things with the SEO and you can, so typically where is the, for the, so typically whenever I start a new website, I'll attach like a Google, what is it? Integrations, and it'll be Google Analytics. That's what I do. I usually will go in and I'll attach Google Analytics and then a Google Tag Manager. Some of these other things, they're not necessary. You can do custom code and stuff like that. So it's pretty versatile. You got the AI tools, you can generate certain things, AI, you can build uh, build out like if you have a paragraph you want to write and kind of go from there. This is actually, I've actually never really delved this deep into the builder, but because I'm showing you how to do it, I've never really played with this either. So this has been here for a minute. It just kind of gives you like, I guess maybe colors that work well together. Or maybe this is the base of it. I'm not sure why this is even here, really, if I'm being honest. But I really go in, I build my website, then I leave, and then you have the ability to add a store and then go from there. But people, what I'm telling you is that I come across it all the time where there are people that don't have a website and they have a business. A business, let me tell you something. A business is something where you get to have control over the narrative. It's the only place where you get to have control over the narrative of the business, of how your business is perceived, how your business is, it's your salesperson before your salesperson without hiring a salesperson, right? And you are paying per month. Like for example, right? Uh, these reviews right here, these reviews could be handpicked. Let's say that on Google or Yelp, you may have some like ridiculous bad review because a customer was just a Karen or what have you, right? You get to control the narrative on your website, and you want to drive them to either book or to call you so that you can then further control the narrative, right? So that's what it's all about, is taking control over that. And a website is a great tool to do it. So yeah. So I hope this was helpful. Let me know. And click the link in the bio. There is a link to build a Hostinger website and or to join Hostinger. And the model that I have, I think it's only like $10, 10 or $15 a month, which to me is well worth it, especially with all the websites I have and all that sort. And then I just pay per the year. So a domain, if you don't know already, a domain typically costs about, I say roughly about 10 or so, 10 to 15 so dollars a year. And so if you do a 3 year term or even more, then it becomes cheaper. Or if you pay it all up front, then the cheaper you go. But you can't get a domain for less than a year. So I wish you all the best. I'm not going to go live with this. If you have questions, I do want to do more tutorials so that just to help you, you other business owners kind of like walk you through some of the other things that there are that you need to do in the in the process of growing your business. So take care, and yeah, we'll talk soon. If you want to work together, here I am.